How's everybody doing? My name is Alan Roberts. Welcome today. I thought I'd go live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry, I got an awesome sauce hair on my face. But I thought, and by the way, for those of you that don't know, Awesome Sauce is one of my cats. Uh, I thought I maybe should add that, seeing as how I just have, there it is. I can see it out of the corner of my eye. She's so fucking fluffy, just so fluffy. But I am here today to discuss a very, very, very important matter. Today, we are going to discuss who is more insufferable, Anna O'Brien or Tess Holliday? And we're just going to use their most recent videos to discuss this. It has been a long journey for me with the fat acceptance people and the body positivity lunatics and all that shit. It has been a long, long, long journey. The one thing I can say that I was not ever really prepared for is how fucking delusional these fucking people are. I remember back in the day when Tess Holliday used to just say, like, my health is nobody's business but mine. Like, she used to say this, right? Like, when asked about it, because, I understand her saying that. I do think that, like, people are going to comment when, there is a planet-sized woman on the cover of fucking Cosmo, what it is. But I'm always amazed at how it has morphed. It has literally grown, like something that should be very commonsensical for our species, for the human species to realize, like, this person has eaten themselves to encumbrance. They don't even walk around correctly anymore. They don't even really they can barely get up off the floor. And we view it as, it's just like, well, that's just them. It's just the body they're in. It's so, like, you have to literally purposely deduct so many IQ points to get to this stupid bullshit. It's amazing. And then they are just horrible fucking people. They're like just horrible, objectively horrible ass people. So in this corner, weighing in at holy fuck, it's a planet, is Tess Holliday. And in this corner, weighing in at holy shit, that is a refrigerator-sized woman, it is Anna O'Brien. And we are going to look at their most recent videos to discuss who is more insufferable. Just the most recent ones that I have seen. That's all we're going to do, is just look at the most recent ones. That's it. Give me 1 second to pull the videos together. This one, Anna O'Brien doesn't even fucking speak in it. And she manages to be a completely horrible fucking person, right? So basically what she is saying in here is that, point of view, when your thin friend buys you a sweater, she's certain will fit you. And then she does this stupid ass fucking bullshit. Like, the friend did something wrong. You're just ginormous. Like, she is, like, first of all, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think anybody bought her that fucking sweater. I think she bought it on purpose to make this fucking video, because that's how much of a fucking liar she is. And by the way, Anna, if you ever get sick of me calling you a liar, you can take me to court over calling you a liar, and I would absolutely love it, because I would get full disclosure about the shit that I am claiming that you lie about, and then I would prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are lying, and then I would sue you back. And that is how that would work. That is why I have not ever received anything. She has not even tried to strike my channel, because, and she's done that to many people, because she knows what's up. I don't play that bullshit. Like, you're not going to fucking intimidate me with that bullshit at fucking all whatsoever. But this is her now, like, literally, like, yeah, like, I totally believe she bought that shirt, that sweater. 100% think she bought it. And also, I thought you were a double X, because that's what that looks like to me, is that fucking big. So you're still a 3X, because, one more time, refrigerator sized. Come on now. Like, let's be honest. You're a horrible fucking person. If this was from a friend of yours, if a friend of yours did go out of their way to buy you a sweater and it doesn't fit, you decide to put the person on blast, because while everybody else doesn't know, the person would know. And from what it looks like, also, you really don't have any fucking friends. Probably because you are fucking insufferable. We've all seen the Target video where you're hammered out of your goddamn mind and fucking redressing mannequins in the fucking store and just unfolding clothes and throwing them everywhere. You're an insufferable fucking person. You literally just made a video about how they gave you the wrong bagels, blasted the company out, so then they sent you a bunch of bagels and you acted like everything's right in the world. Yeah, because you've tried to fuck over a business because your fat ass needed a fucking bagel. You are an insufferable human being. It is just, you have almost no redeeming qualities at this point. Just horrible ass person. So that's pretty bad. And we've seen her do a bunch of shit. But I believe that Tess still has the title belt for being the most insufferable fat person on the fucking planet. And this is her latest video. The latest, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even believe I'm just, this video is something else. Just fucking crazy. Give me a second. Hang on, you gotta listen to her. She you can tell she's fired up. The fucking chin fat just flew back and forth. Like when she shakes her head like that and the chin fat goes, you know she's fired up. Like you absolutely know that Tess means goddamn business when she's sitting in her car and fucking pointing at shit, and she does the whole plus side customers are tired, blah, blah, blah bullshit. So here we go.
Uproar it would cause if plus size, thick, curvy girls got out there and loudly and
you are not plus size, you are not thick, and you are not curvy. You are fat as fuck. You are talking about people that are not even related to you, that are not even in the same area as you. You are not plus size. You're at least multi-size. You're 3 times the size you likely should be. You are not thick at all. Like at all. That's not thick. Okay, being globe-shaped is not thick, and you are definitely not, thick. Look at this thick, curvy girl.
Proudly and very wrongly shouted that
one more
skinny
time.
Folks and proudly girls got out with plus size, thick, curvy girls.
You're not curvy either. You're built like a 450 pound, 500 pound fat man. You know that, right? Like I know she always has her breasts hanging out. A 500 pound dude got breasts about that size too. Just saying. There's nothing about you that is attractive that doesn't come out of a fucking bottle. Like the hair color, you're 39 years old. You expect people to believe you're still a redhead, even though you were never actually a redhead. You have brown hair your entire life until you decided to become a redhead. There's nothing original about you at all whatsoever.
Got out there and loudly and proudly and very wrongly shouted that skinny folks don't deserve to have clothing.
I don't think anybody has ever said fat people don't deserve to have clothing. Fuck knows. I have said many, many, many times that fat people, like, workout gear should be made in every size. That is, workout gear should be the only shit that is inclusive, completely inclusive of every fucking size. Because we need fat people to work out. We need fat people to go to the gym. We need fat people to go to the pool. We need fat people to go walking. We definitely need to work on the shoes fat people wear. I find it amazing that all these fat people are extremely upset that they can't wear some fashionable shit when they don't make shoes for fat people. Fat people's feet are wider and taller than other people's feet because they're fat. Most people, like Tess, if Tess lost the 300 pounds she would need to just get out of the obese category, if she would lose all of that, her feet would likely shrink like 3 sizes. Because reality exists. It actually fucking happens. Like, I mean, it's just like the foot is not made that way. So not one shoe company makes a fat person shoe. Not one. And if I had the money, I'd start up the business, but it costs a lot of money to get into the shoe business. But not one athletic company makes a fat person shoe, which they should, because that shoe should be able to expand. Because as the fat person goes, their pressure gets put down, their feet are going to swell also. So it needs to be able to expand a little bit without cutting off circulation, because the biggest thing about people that are super fucking fat, like Tess Holliday, because she's like super duper, like Super Saiyan fat. Like the biggest thing about it is I would be absolutely fucking shocked if Tess didn't have some sort of pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, like unbelievably shocked. But even if so, when you're that fucking big, there's circulation issues because your heart is only so big and it's got to pump blood to 3 times the body it was designed to pump blood for. 3 fucking times. Like, that is a lot. So circulation is an issue, and circulation gets cut off your feet, and then one of your toes gangrenes because you have diabetes, and then you're dead in 2 years, because that's what happens. A diabetic toe amputation. After the first diabetic lower limb amputation, the average age of life expectancy is 2 years. 2. Dos. Other languages that say 2. I don't know. So, but let's keep going.
Imagine if we had cut all of the access to.
Notice how she's wearing like a Dr. Phil shirt. Like she's wearing clothing right now. Like, it's amazing to me how she's bitching about something that is clearly not an actual fucking problem.
Smaller bodied individuals having clothing.
Smaller bodied individuals. You mean people that aren't fat as fuck, right?
And we took it all. And we dressed and adorned ourselves. However,
you're not ever going to be motivated enough to do that shit. Ever. 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 I think she's talking about how people are buying oversized garments. Like, that's back in. And I do really, really think this, like, so fucking what? If I want to buy a triple extra large sweatshirt like I used to need to wear so it can be extra comfy on me, then I will. If that upsets you, being a fat person, I want you to listen to this very carefully. If that hurts your feelings that I take clothing that you think I shouldn't wear because it takes it from you, fuck your feelings. The whole fucking way. Fuck them as hard as you fucking can. I'm talking like porn star fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Because that's too fucking bad. I also find it funny that this woman complains and she acts like she is such a mogul. She's so fucking successful in the modeling industry, which she was just a fucking sideshow attraction. Why don't you start a clothing line? You know why? Because you'll make no motherfucking money. You will make no fucking money. Do you know how much it costs to produce clothing for a person 3 times the size they should be? Do you know how thick the material needs to be able to have the seams be absolutely feet apart? It's fucking ridiculous how this woman talks. It's just ridiculous.
Whatever we wanted, at whatever budget we could imagine, and we said, ha ha ha, you guys get nothing. Imagine.
Like, you realize that it's not skinny people doing this to you. It's you doing this to you because you're so fucking fat. You cannot, if you have to shop in the tent section at REI, so fucking be it. Go buy a car cover and fucking break out the sewing machine for all I give a fuck. But you're complaining about the world not fitting you when you are a disproportionate burden to our fucking society. Get there.
Imagine the uproar, but because it's reversed.
Well, imagine the uproar because here's the thing. Fat people should be happy that we're tolerated, that we tolerate them. And I know that that's going to be very upset, but fat people have been tolerated way too fucking much. We have tolerated this bullshit way too fucking much. Here's how we cure obesity, and people are not going to like to hear this, but you want to cure obesity in America? I've got a way to do it right now. And it's not like coach everybody on ultra processed foods because people can fucking read. Like, literally, the world of knowledge is in every motherfucker's hand. Stop pretending like, oh, well, I don't have food education, so therefore I can't eat correctly, so therefore I must be 500 pounds. Shut the fuck up. Open a goddamn book once or twice. Jesus fucking Christ. Stop pretending like you need spoon-fed everything because we clearly see that you know how to fucking eat, you know? But here's how we cure obesity in America very, 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 very simply. We make it so that any chronic illness that is lifestyle driven, that if you develop it, your insurance will cover it in full for 90 days. Whatever you need for 90 days, let's get you fucking better. Let's get this shit the fuck going. And then after that, if you haven't unfucked yourself, 100% out of your own pocket. That'll cure obesity like that. That'll drop about half the people that are obese right now. That would stop them from being obese because it is a burden on everybody. And it would be much more fair to people that don't, overload the fucking healthcare system. She's acting like, we're giving fat people a hard time. Bitch, we closed the country and you motherfuckers were the excuse. It wasn't the super elderly people. It wasn't the people who passed away with the vid that were over the age of life expectancy with 4 serious comorbidities. People weren't even concerned about that. You know why? Speaking as a former healthcare executive, I can tell you they're very easy to isolate. And as a newsflash, people that are over the age of life expectancy already and have 4 serious comorbidities are pretty fucking isolated already. It's not like you're going to catch this person at, the fucking gym normally. They have four comorbidities and they're over the age of a life expectancy. They're pretty easily isolated by themselves anyway, period. Reality exists. So, and I can pull the clip up if you motherfuckers want, but Dr. Fauci himself said that the reason why we didn't want to just let everybody get it and get over it is because we have so many obese people. So we closed the country down for fat people. So before you get how do you feel? Shut your fucking mouth when you're speaking and eating from now on, Tess. Sit the fuck down, lose some fucking weight, and understand that because of people like you, we were coaxed into fucking up the entire fucking country, including the development of an entire generation of children. So I know that people don't like to think this way, but reality is you are a disproportionate burden to all of fucking society that was then used as a leverage point because there's so many sick fucks that are fat as fuck. You were used as a leverage point to, in fact, destroy hundreds of thousands of small businesses, to mask children, to coerce parents into giving their children an experimental therapy made by historically corrupt companies and a historically corrupt industry that had full liability protection over a cold that had almost no threat to any fucking person under the age of 18. Almost no fucking threat unless the person was already extremely, extremely, extremely ill. And in that case, any cold is dangerous for them. But no, we closed for you. And I swear so fucking hard, it should never have happened and it should never fucking happen again. But stop acting like you're being inconvenienced, ho, because you are the inconvenience in society. You use more resources, you use more food, you use more pharma, you use more gasoline because not only to cart your fat ass around in your car, but to transport all the extra food to the production plant and all the extra food from the production plant to the grocery stores that you consume in order to stay 450 fucking pounds. So stop acting like we are inconveniencing you when you are the one that selfishly, in an extremely privileged fashion, gorges herself on a daily basis with enough food that you are then disproportionately burdensome to the healthcare industry and to the fucking environment. Stop your fucking bullshit. Stop it. Plus size girlies. You're 450 fucking pounds. You're not a girly. Seriously, you're not a girly. If you have a hard time fitting through doorways, you're not a girly. You're not some cutesy little name. You're not demure. You're not girly. Fuck that. You're fat as fuck. Reality exists. You're not some cutesy little thing. Plus size girlies, that sounds so fucking delusionally stupid. It's amazing to me. It is amazing to me. First of all, full ass grown women wanting to be referred to as a girly seems super, super, super sketchy to me. It's just like half predatorial, half fucking, mentally retarded. So please stop that shit. Any adult woman that's using the phrase and calling herself a girly, stop that shit. It shows low IQ. Fucking for real. Stop it. But especially when you're fucking the size of 3 women, you shouldn't be calling yourself a girly. I like how she put an anti-blackness there and didn't actually say the words because she's a pussy ass bitch. But because for real, first of all, of course obesity is tied to health because it's objectively bad for your health. It is objectively bad for your health to be obese. It's not even an argument. Like, I hate when they do that's how fucked up we've gotten. The people that we closed the country down for are arguing with us saying that they are actually healthy. If you're healthy, we should have just fucking kept on going and let you motherfuckers isolate. But no. Oh, you guys can't hear me. You guys can't hear her. Shit. Give me 1 second. I always do that on this one. Sorry about that. Let's go back. So this is right here.
Nothing. Imagine the uproar, but because it's reversed and it has been happening to the plus size girlies and the curvy community for so long.
One more time. If you are a fucking full ass adult female and you're calling yourself a girly, you are just pathetic. Just pathetic.
And because being fat and being plus size is tied to morality.
Notice how she puts this, where it's connected to morality, health, and then look what she does.
And to health. Where does it leave us?
Where does it leave us? It leaves us you being a complete piece of shit person. So one more time. Of course it's tied to health because it is objectively unhealthy. It can't even be argued. It can't even be argued, right? How it is immoral? It is absolutely immoral to be fat as fuck. It is unbelievably immoral to be fat as fuck. You are over-consuming resources that drive up the cost of those resources. So as you Hoover vacuum food down, you drive the price of food up. Supply and demand is a real thing. Imagine that shit. Also, as you selfishly and in a very privileged fashion consume enough food to choke a goat, you then become chronically ill and use more healthcare resources and more pharmaceutical resources that we all share in the expenditure for in the form of taxes and insurance. You are burdening people with your selfishness. That is immoral. That is immoral. When you, in a privileged fashion, glutton yourself, that it then turns into, then you are disproportionately burdening society from that gluttony that has already burdened society by raising the cost of goods. You're an immoral fucking asshole, Tess Holliday. An immoral fucking asshole. That's what you are. And any morbidly obese person that is not trying to reverse that bullshit and lose weight, you are also an immoral fucking asshole. If you're struggling, I fucking know. 3 years, 8 months, 1 day today, no binges. I get it. I understand. It's hard. But if you're not trying, you're an immoral fuck, and you should be very ashamed of yourself. Being fat as fuck and not trying to change it is something you should be so fucking ashamed of. And the problem is, you're not, and instead you pretend like other people should be ashamed for pointing out the fact that you have your own gravitational pull. Unfucking believable.
Same place it has always.
Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say, this is why she wins the fucked up Who's More Insufferable award. Tess Holliday needs to steal the plight of other people. She needs to steal the plight of other people. Anorexics? No, you can't just be anorexic because Tess Holliday, the 450-pound person that can hold up a fucking building if it was falling down, she is saying that she's anorexic. Also, if you call her fat, you're anti-black, even though she's fucking pale as fuck white woman. Like, how this doesn't piss black people off to no end, I have no idea. Every time some fucking fat person, white or black, says that if you don't like fat people, it's rooted in racism, it should be called out. It is racist to fucking say it. And I know that logic, critical thinking, and everything like that is not on the to-do list of most of America. So let's run through this. In order for a person to think that not wanting people to be fat is anti-black, that means that they're assuming that black people are fat. They are judging the size of a person by their color. They're assuming the person's going to be fat because they're black. That's racist. I'm sorry. If you make an assumption about a person because of that, especially something that is behavioral in nature, you're calling all black women gluttons like yourself. Like if any of you fat, stupid fucking activists out there, whenever any of you say that it's anti-black to say people should lose weight, you are literally making the assumption that every black person you know, and I believe they focus more on women, but every black woman or black person you know gluttons themselves to obesity, that they can't control themselves, that they just have to eat everything. And if anybody says anything against it, it's because they're anti-black. I don't care if you're white or black. Being fat is fucked up. Fix that shit. I don't give a fuck. But to then try to make it so like, because they've said this about me for years. If you guys haven't watched the Tubi, it's on Tubi, The Dark Side of Fat Acceptance. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. They were calling me a racist for saying I needed to lose weight for fucking years before all this bullshit happened. This is where it started. I was like the original person that got canceled. Like reality exists. But let's be fucking real. When this fucking privileged ass fucking white woman tries to link her assumed plight with anti-blackness, she's hijacking the actual fucking reality that racism does exist in places around the world, especially around the world, which, by the way, America is one of the least racist places you're ever going to fucking find in the world. Just saying. It's just amazing to me how they so easily hijack the plight of other groups. They just so easily take it. Like body positivity was originally about like scars, burn victims, birth defects, those sorts of things, right? No, hijacked it. They don't even talk about that shit anymore with body positivity. It's all about being fat as fuck. All about being fat as fuck, right? This woman, Tess Holliday, who absolutely wins the most insufferable fucking award. This woman claims she's anorexic, stealing the plight of people with restrictive eating disorders so she can make an excuse to glutton herself to fucking enormity, even fatter than fucker, right? And then she's also got to say, like, and if you don't like me being fatter as fucker, you're racist. The most insufferable woman on the fucking planet, if you ask me. So I do think it's a kind of a toss-up because we didn't go over a bunch of other glitter and laser shit, but I truly think that Tess is the most insufferable one because Tess tries to get involved in like social issues and shit like that. Anna O'Brien is clearly trying to get paid and make money, and she has main character syndrome. That's fucking it. Tess Holliday, she's like feels like her words are important. Like, bitch, you're dumb as fuck. Like clearly stupid. Why should like you giving advice to people about things like parenting, life, health, eating, fucking career is fucking amazing. You convinced yourself you had a modeling career when you were just a sideshow attraction for a fucking decade. Like you were nothing but a sideshow attraction. Like you never modeled any actual clothing lines. They never came to you and said, hey, we want you to model this catalog of clothing. They always threw you in shit like what's on the thumbnail, the sample size thing. It's a statement. It's a shock statement. You were a sideshow attraction. The only difference between you and a circus fat woman from 60 years ago is the circus is now mainstream media, and you're the circus fat woman for the mainstream media. That's it. That's 100% it. But anyway, I believe that we can safely say that Tess Holliday is the more insufferable one. I shall take a few questions and talk to a few people about whatever the fuck you guys want to fucking talk about. And then we shall go from there. Give me 1 second. Boom. I did want to put this in the links. Here's where you can get our coaching. You can get Crystal's coaching or Crystal and myself. So let me put it in everywhere we can find it. Boom. There we go. And then one more. Let's see here. And then I'm going to put it right here, and then I'll get to the questions. Bang. All right. It's everywhere. So, by the way, coaching, daily communication, weekly video conferences. We adjust your lifestyle bit by bit by bit. We help you focus on hydration, sleep, stress relief. We normally, it's pretty safe to say that when people come to us, they save more money in food than what the coaching costs per month. So we are looking forward to working with a bunch of you. If the holiday season is scaring you, right now is the time to get it. Please do grab it, and we will talk soon. I will set you up as soon as you join up. I'm going to scroll back up a little bit, but ask questions. I like this one. I always forget they're in their 40s. Who's in their 40s? Tess is 39, I believe. Tess is 39. Oh, here we go. Sizzle. In shape black woman here. It bothers me so much. It just should bother. I apologize for their cracker asses. Like, they're not even crackers. They're honkies. Just let's be real. But these honkies are fucking full of shit. No shit. I mean, like, it is so ridiculously fucking disrespectful to black people, especially black women. Like, it is just like to say it with their full fucking fat ass chest and be like, I told that person they're racist. I called them a racist. Like, bitch, you are fucking almost translucent. That's how white you are. Shut the fuck up, honky ass. Glad to have caught the stream. Please do share with everybody you can. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hate it when they try to appropriate disabled people. Oh, yeah. Like, if you don't have a chair that fits them, you're ableist. That's another one, too. Or if you don't have, I heard somebody, there was a woman that couldn't go ziplining. She was like 350 pounds, and she said that they were ableist. You're 350 pounds ziplining. There's a thing called physics. What the fuck? I mean, these people. I have a dynamic disability and infuriates me no end. I can understand. They steal the plight of everybody. It's fucking horrible. I also feel that Anna O'Brien is trying to get healthy, and it's just horribly in denial about her eating disorder. I don't think she's trying to get healthy at all. I think she's trying to not be in pain. I think that's all I think. I think she's trying to not be in pain. I don't think she's trying to get healthy. I believe she thinks she's already healthy. I believe that Anna O'Brien has a very unique ability to lie to herself directly to the mirror and believe it. That's when it's really, really bad. Because, like, both her sister and mother died of obesity complications, and she's a refrigerator. So she's able to look herself dead in the fucking mirror and lie to herself and believe it. And that's a scary combination that will end up taking her life at some point in time. Tess is way worse as she does more damage. She inserts herself in everything. Yes. Anna just tries to make money. Anyone familiar with crypto, blah, blah, blah? Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that. You're going to be banned by now, though. So, because don't try to fucking sell crypto on my fucking thing. Delete that message. Bye, bitch. Is anybody familiar with crypto? I know this guy. Shut the fuck up, ho. Let's see. Oh, this is actually true. That's actually true. The circus fat women were less fat. That's true. The circus fat women from like 60 to 100 years ago were like 310 pounds. Tess passed that when she was in her fucking teens. Oh, here we go. Alan, this appropriation of other people's problems is like when they say blacks don't have ID and can't because poor them. The enormity of their insults to black intelligence is astonishing. I've always said that. It's very weird, like, right? Because just so everybody knows, and this is more of an evening rants type conversation, but I'm basically a 90s Democrat, right? I'm a 90s Democrat that is transformed into a constitutionalist because I don't trust either side, right? But when a person says like voter ID laws are racist, the person's a racist. Anybody that says voter ID laws are racist that person's racist. Like racist as fuck. They're racist as fuck because not only do they not realize that they're racist, they literally don't realize how racist they are. They don't realize it, which makes it even worse. They believe that they are standing up for black people. They believe that they're standing up for minorities. They believe that they are the ones that are doing the right thing by them by assuming that they can't get IDs, that they're too dumb to get to the DMV, or they can't fucking get IDs. It's amazing, especially for a population of people that, you know, predominantly live in the cities. Like, don't get me wrong, there's black country folk, Mexican country folk. There's like the area we live in is very diverse. Like most of my neighbors, I'm the cracker in the neighborhood, but besides my one neighbor. But it's like this thing where it's like any person ever says like voter ID laws are racist, that person's a fucking racist. Like super racist. If you think black people can't get IDs, you're a racist. You should spend more time around black people. They're not like, it's like they assume they're stupid in their head. They're very, like, people are just intelligent people. There's black smart people and black dumb people. There's white smart people and white dumb people. It just happens. Assuming that they're not smart enough to get an ID because of their color, that's racist. Alan, would you recommend collagen to help with a healing knee? I would not recommend anything to help with a healing knee. I don't know what's wrong with the healing knee, and I am not that kind of coach. I'm not a physical therapist or anything like that. I would suggest you keep your protein up just to be healthy, and protein is what they give people to heal other people, like to heal. Like when a person has a bed sore or a person is in the hospital, they try to make sure their protein stays up. But I can't give that advice and have it be sound. Like I would be speaking very out of the scope of my knowledge base, but also I haven't had a physical exam with you. I don't possibly in any way know what type of knee injury it is or anything like that. So I wish I could give you a better answer. I really do. My apologies that I can't, but I'm just not qualified to be speaking on that over the internet, especially over the internet. I'm not qualified to speak on that at all, really. I'm not that kind of coach or a medical professional or anything like that. Yeah, I hear you. I'm with you right there. Let's see. I know this is a change of subject, and that's perfectly fine. This is Q&A. And you've likely already just answered this question a million times before. I like answering them. Anyway, does the Holy Trinity Bunny have any caffeine or stimulants? Okay, so No Morbidity and Alchemy are both non-stimulant and non-thermogenic. They don't raise your body temperature. They don't have any stimulants in them. However, Ember is a good stimulant. Like I take a half of a pill and I'm fucking half of a tablet and I'm fucking zooming. All right. So if you don't want any stimulants, I would suggest Nomo and Alchemy together. And then they normally, like I take most of the days, I take Nomo and Alchemy together. And I have no physical hunger. Like I have no physical hunger today. I ate a big steak and a small sweet potato, and I'm probably going to have maybe like a few slices of cheese and some salami tonight with some mustard, maybe a couple olives, and I'm done. Probably like 1,800 calories, mostly protein today. You know, because I am leaning out, but I'm not hungry at all. Like not physically hungry at all. So please do check out the Trinity Bundle. And if you don't want the stimulants, just get Nomo and Alchemy together. And it will, I'm not saying it will remove your physical hunger like it removes mine, because I also hydrate well, sleep well, do all the other stuff too. And I eat a mostly protein forward diet. But what I can say is it will radically diminish your hunger away from what it would be without it. Nomo and Alchemy, I'd put in a head-to-head study against any GLP-1. We'd produce better results, no side effects. And there's an off-ramp where people can wean themselves off of it in the end. I mean, Alchemy has ingredients in it that have been proven in human clinical studies at the dosage that's in Alchemy to reverse prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, to increase insulin sensitivity as well, if not better than metformin. You know, like, so I would put them head to head with everything. So let's see. Specific ways, regardless, that he got very slim. I have no idea what what you're talking about. I missed that other half of that conversation. So, Joy, thank you very much. It does have Emerald Cafe. Yeah, I thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. U.S. citizen Latinos have proper ID as well. Like, no shit. Like, here's my thing. If you think that a certain group of people cannot get an ID, we've got way more problems for them than voting. Like, you do realize that they're completely disenfranchised. Like, unless you're an illegal alien, you need an ID to get an apartment, get a bank account, fly on a plane, do everything. You know, like drive a car. Like, if you do not have an ID, you are almost completely disenfranchised from America. So, I mean, it's very strange. Appreciate you always. And Queen, thank you very much. I just, like I said, I'm not qualified to be discussing that over the internet. I appreciate you understanding. A lot of people get pissed off when I say I can't do that. Olives, we will probably do a few calamados, and we have some hot Italian marinated green olives too. I love them, love them, love them, love them. You mentioned you read studies. Where do you find them at? Is it just Google or Google Scholar? I don't use Google at all. I use Brave, or I use DuckDuckGo or something like that. Google lies to you, and they actually feed you the fucking they feed you the fucking thing. You know, they feed you whatever they want to fucking feed you. I personally think that you know, I go to WebMD a lot. I go to PubMed a lot, and I search through their database. But also, whenever I read a study, I always read the studies connected to it. Like the studies that are cited at the bottom, I make sure to click those open and read those studies as much as I can to understand the back information for it. So, and a lot of times, like I'm sent studies like, hey, look this over. So I'll read it, assimilate the information, and then I try to look at the core data, and I try to see if I believe the data matches the abstract, because oftentimes the data doesn't match the abstract. But, especially in our science today, it's fucking our science. The Holy Trinity is an absolute game changer. Absolutely changed my hunger. But I'm still working on eating behaviors. That's the mental work. Melissa, we can help you with that with the coaching. Telling you, we can help you, especially if you're working on the behaviors. We're heading into holiday season. We can help you. We can absolutely help you. Every time I see Tess, okay. Well, I can't read that. So. Oop. Love your channel. It's perfect timing. I'm on my daily walk. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And here we go. I saw your video on Nikado. Can you explain how he irreversibly damaged his body in specific ways, even though he got very slim, as well as other mukbangers who did the same? Well, you're carrying around hundreds of extra pounds on your body, on your frame, for years and years and years and years. There's definitely damage to the knee joints, to the cartilage, those sorts of things. He stretched his stomach out to a point where it's huge. If he has not had skin removal surgery, he is very likely going to need to have skin removal surgery. And I would say anything like that where you have to go under anesthesia is you damaging your body. Not to mention that there's a decade or so where his heart was having to beat probably 2 times as hard and 3 times as many beats per minute to pump blood to the rest of the fucking body. So Nikado Avocado is a fucking idiot. I know that he thinks that he was 2 steps ahead. Getting yourself addicted to food, fattening yourself to the point where you're almost fucking collapsing, and then losing weight and being like, I lost weight, and I fooled all of you because I ate a bunch more before I lost the weight. Yeah, that makes him a fucking idiot. So, and he goes back to the same behaviors. He's a fucking fool. And it doesn't even matter any of it. He could lose all the weight, but the dude is eating still a high predominance of ultra-processed food, which in fact makes him fucking stupid and is very bad for you because they're highly inflammatory. And I'm not saying it makes him stupid just because he's eating it. I'm saying that the ultra-processed foods eaten in high prevalence in the human diet fuck up your cognition. They fuck up the executive function of your brain. So he's a moron. That's why. A year ago, I was at my heaviest, 245. Today, I'm at 182. Still have a ways to go, but I feel much better. That's fucking awesome. Great goddamn job, dude. Great goddamn job. Fuck yeah. Everybody congratulate. Aileen? Everybody congratulate her. Sorry about that. Him or her, I don't know. That could be a name, so. I love this quote. If you copy from one source, it's called plagiarizing. If you copy from multiple sources, it's called research. Exactly. Very much so. Very, 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 very much so. All right. All right, folks. Hey, I just realized the time. I do got to run. I got to get Crystal set up in here. She's got a class. So I hope all of you have a phenomenal day. My name is Alan Roberts. I will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern time for evening rants. We're going to be talking about the women who Kamala Harris has destroyed their lives. So I hope you guys join me. It's on Evening Rants YouTube, Evening Rants Rumble, the MFing COO on the FMing COO on X, and at Mark Lobo on X. You can also watch on Spreely, which is an app on your smart TV. God damn.